Good morning, YouTube. It's November 1st and the new iPad Air is here. I'm excited to see how much the new iPad has evolved over the previous iPad in terms of how much smaller, lighter, and faster it is. So as usual, Apple's boxes are perfectly packed. It's tightly shrink wrapped, iPad Air written on both sides with the Apple logo top and bottom of the box. In the front, just a sideways image of the iPad, and on the back, a couple of labels. This one is the 16 gigabyte model, and this is the silver and white one. Okay, let's open the box. Ooh. That does look smaller. It looks like it's almost halfway down to the size of the iPad mini. There's the charger. Apple's packaging always amazes me. So nicely packaged. Okay, so let's put the box aside and take a look at the star of the show. Wow, look at this thing. This thing is so light and small. This is a great size. This is so light. Wow, this is considerably lighter feeling than the old one. The previous generation iPad is 1.46 pounds. Basically, this is 1.5 pounds. 1.5 pounds for this thing versus 1 pound for this. Dropping by about 200 grams makes such a difference. Look at this side. If we compare the bezel sizes, you can see what a big difference there is. The bezel here is probably half or less than half the thickness of this bezel. So in terms of size, it pretty much just goes a little past the bezel of the old iPad. And the height is a little bit less. So, wow, that really makes a huge difference. I have to say I'm completely surprised and amazed with that much change in size, how much of a difference it makes to the comfort and way the device feels. Okay, let's take the plastic out. Wow. What a beautifully made device, I must say. This looks premium. This is the first time I'm seeing this thing up close, and it has far exceeded my expectations. My expectations weren't that high to begin with, I must say, but now there's stereo speakers at the bottom. That's another of the changes I'm looking forward to seeing. I have used this as a music device a lot, and nicer speakers would be great. It'll be interesting to see how the battery life is on this compared to the previous iPad. On this, the battery capacity is about 30% less. Okay, let's turn it on. I'm very interested to see how this device is gonna stack up to my favorite device currently, the 2013 Nexus 7. Currently, this is my go-to tablet. I love using this tablet. I think the size is perfect, especially for reading, watching quick videos on YouTube. I never feel like I need like a 1-inch bigger tablet. I wonder how it's going to be using this, even though this has become quite a bit smaller and lighter than the previous iPad. The iPad Air weighs 469 grams. The Nexus 7 weighs 300 grams. It's still quite a bit lighter. Even though, because of the fact that this is a little bit wider, it doesn't feel, the weight is distributed out more. This doesn't feel that much. But you can tell, it's a little bit heavier. Also, even though this is the Retina screen and it has a resolution of 2048 by 1536, this is a 9.7-inch screen. Here we have a higher resolution, 1920 by 1200. This translates to 264 pixels per inch on the iPad Air. On the Nexus 7 though, it's still 323 pixels per inch. And I'm an Android nerd, so I love using Android much more than I like using iOS, so I'll see how this works out. Still difficult to justify because this costs twice as much as this thing. And then the other factor is KitKat was just announced yesterday, so KitKat's going to be available for this really soon. So between that and the LG Nexus 5 coming out soon, I don't know how much attention this thing's going to get. But wow, good job Apple on evolving the iPad form factor. Very impressed. You set it up quickly. English, Canada. Let's restore from iCloud backup. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. There was a backup yesterday at 7:30. Who knew? Restore from iCloud. Restoring settings. Even though I just got a notice that settings will not be restored because I'm going from a phone to a tablet, but that's fine. Welcome to iPad. Get started. Whew, that was fast. That's a lot faster than the previous iPad. Ooh. Restore incomplete. Some items cannot be downloaded from the store. If they're on your computer, you can restore them by syncing with iTunes. I don't need to sync anything with iTunes. Oh, okay, so it's still loading in apps. Cool. So this probably already has 703, yeah. Very nice. The way I use tablets, I don't even ever use the camera app, but with this new iPad, the camera has advanced quite a bit. Like the camera's getting pretty good in these things, and with the weight the way it is now, maybe I'm not going to be as quick to laugh at people I see in public using tablets for photography. Wow. This A7 processor is awesome. This is definitely going to be a really fun tablet to use. I'm really looking forward to playing video games on this thing too, especially now that I see how light it is. Awesome. So that covers my unboxing. To summarize, I'm quite a bit more excited about this thing than I thought I would be, but I don't know how much it's going to replace this guy. Okay, thank you for watching.